Hello all, this is Dswank. I am in Space Engineers and we're back looking at the Project 4. And last time I left off, there were a lot of detail work that hadn't been finished or even touched on, and I feel like I'm nearing completion on it. As you can see, a lot has changed, a lot of small, finer details. The nose is complete. As you can see, we have the angle down, kind of matches the angle up. Hood kind of covers it. And I like this quite a lot. I like the nose of this a lot. Now, because of it extending out, I'm not sure. I may pull some of these guns further forward. But yeah, so there's 4 across the nose, 1 on the back, 2 on the bottom. And we said 8 was the limit, so yeah, we have 4, so they'd just be spaced differently. We have the 4 coil cannons, and I think the only gun that I don't have at the max of our option was, I think I have 9 anti-fighter turrets instead of the possible 10. So, yeah, we have a lot of firepower on this thing. Now, another thing that was added, and I really did like the thought, but I wasn't sure how well it'd come across, is this main hull or shell over the wings, giving it this ribbed pattern. And it works reasonably well. They're not deep ribs, but they do break it up, which was a thing that I needed. I felt it needed. Now, I'm considering doing some more of these breaks in it as well, with antenna and other just decorative bits on the side. Up here, we have some decorative flying antenna. We have a decorative radar dome. And then on the back, you remember me talking about this, trying to make it look better than just a flat chunk. And I think I did. There are some issues, however. And I do want to replace this right here. Should be... Oh wait, that's the wrong piece, isn't it? It was this that went there. But that doesn't look right, so let's try this. It's functional. I'm not happy with it, but it's functional. And then back here we have this. I tried to do some detail work down here, but it ended up making the whole thing look like a 3-eyed monkey. And now I can't unsee it, so yeah, I don't know what I'm doing there. And then I did some more fine detail work around the engine, similar style up there. I do want to put a little more detail work on the underside. I've got to figure out what I'm going to be doing here. We have up and down RCS thrusters to actually make it move, kind of tucked in here. And then we have the side-to-side RCS thrusters tucked in along here. And it kind of blends in fairly well. I'm liking that. But the thrusters are pointed inward. So, yeah, that could be a problem. I don't know. I believe I showed off the missiles last time and that they work. I threw a Hatari out, and just one salvo from those missiles tore the Hatari apart completely. So, other things. I talked to Fuzz, and we decided that having 2 hangar bays on each side makes sense, instead of one central one. So we have the hangar bays, and we'll probably have some hangar doors on the side here for like machine shop, and we can do the machine shop will be in here, and general cargo will be in here. Probably machine shop in the back and cargo forward. Put some jump drives in, these big ones, because they're more energy efficient. And I have 1 bridge console here for now. And 8 of those, we can jump just shy of 1 million, well, not really just shy, but 700,000 kilometers, just over that. So that's not bad. I have a crap ton of gyros. These are not the final placement for them, but this was done to give me a rough idea of how many gyros I will need. So we have those mirrored on both sides, and here, and that's not all of them. How do I go up from here? I believe I punched a hole vertically up here, yes. Up here, I haven't really done anything forward yet, but I've kind of started roughing out things back here. I'm going to have to rework the repulsors because they're not situated correctly. There's a lot of mess. They're not mirrored correctly, so yeah. Rough idea for shield placement, but I'm not sure I like that. I may readjust. The only thing I really like is the reactor core, I guess you could call it, back here. I'm really liking that. So that's probably the only thing for sure that's going to stay is yes, our Fuzz is working on his small ship. So from here forward is probably the only thing that is going to stay. But I kind of want to do a little more detail. Actually, I had an idea. It's one of those dangerous things, having ideas. But oh no! No! Compound blocks, why can't you exist? But yeah, if I could get to where I could I like this. I like this effect. I do like that. But this I'm not sure on. Without it at the back, might as well just get rid of it all together. But yeah, I kind of like this. I could put some consoles in here, but it's just rough engineering. I could put some LCD screens to show power consumption and things like that, and somewhere in this area put our server room. it's clear I've got, so I can do a couple of height intervals here. And these right here, I'm not going... These are probably going to be tucked away and hidden. But yeah, I've also got all those gyroscopes here. So, and it, unfortunately, it doesn't really move as well as I'd hoped. Okay. So, come down, back down here. Let's... We're out here. Okay. So, at full throttle, we're going up to... We're trying to get to 100 meters a second. And... Okay, we've hit it. I used almost a quarter of our hydrogen fuel accelerating. That's... Unfortunately, I'm going to have to figure out where to store more hydrogen. I wish there were some better hydrogen tanks. Not necessarily, like, denser ones that held more or were more dense with material, but ones that could just store more and were bigger tanks in general. But as you can see, it stops pretty quick. It doesn't use a huge amount of its reactor for stopping, which is nice. I don't have a GPS point for where we started, but we're going to blind jump. Screenshot. Alright. And bring that back up. Okay, it's going to take 20 minutes or so for our reactors to recharge. Not reactor, jump drives to recharge. We can't jump again for quite some time. That says to me that, 15 draw on our reactor. We have plenty of power. There, let's spin and move sideways. So, we're using a quarter of our power, spinning, moving sideways, and now I'm trying to nose up. So, yeah, it spiked to 27. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay. Now for turning. As you can see, there's those two stars directly in front of us. And I don't have a huge amount of free space, but I'm going to go roughly from one side of my mouse pad to the other. Not bad. Not bad. For a ship of its size, that's not bad. Not bad movement at all. Obviously it's not fighter level, but it's maneuverable. So, now that I have these, I can roughly estimate how many gyroscopes I need. I'd like a few more jump drives to work with. I'm not sure how many I'll need, but these, I believe, are called the hyperdrives. And I talked with Fuzz, and we'll be adding this to the Project 4 description page that I have on Google Plus or Google G-Docs. But yeah, those are just there to see if I can. I'd like 1,000,000 kilometers in a jump. Let's be full-on stupid, because I have plenty of room and plenty of stuff to work with. And give me a sec. Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Now. It's going.
Well, I'm doing some look at my changes on the Project 4 for a video for tomorrow.
Ah, very cool.
How's your small ship doing?
It's doing good. I'm fighting shapes because, 30 and 45s never play well together.
Yeah.
But, I fixed my dead space problem.
That's good.
Yeah, called Isaac. Basically, the reason I'm calling it the Milkman,
Yes.
I went into that huge area in the very back that had that open space,
Yeah.
decided to put all my hydrogen storage back there.
Ah.
But then I realized above the crew quarters, more dead space, lots
Yeah.
of it. So I did a lot of SE storage, and
Okay.
decided that its primary purpose is wet supplies, water, medical supplies, food, even, things that would go through small tubes.
Right.
But it would have the capacity for larger hard items as well, just not as much.
I like.
So, yeah, the Milkman.
So,
But yeah.
Yeah, I've been, as I've been showing this off, I've decided I'm going to try and get 1,000,000 kilometers out of the jump drives.
Okay.
And the big railgun that I showed you, are we going to be including that in the pack of
I like
options? Okay. Not the ones I'm using, but the other one.
The ones from...
humongous-
Yeah, the ones from... what is that game?
Well, they're both technically from Halo.
Oh. Okay.
Both sets. But the huge one that says UNSC on the side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that one. Let people have fun with it.
Alright. So, there's... And I kind of wanted to test out those beam weapons, just to see what they look like. So, on the workshop, there is this mod pack that has the smaller, more compact Halo themed railguns, which that's what I have in the schnoz. And then we were discussing this humongoid Mac cannon, which I decided not to use. Mostly because it says UNSC on the side.
Right.
But it's a little smaller than Big Bertha. And as Fuzzy discovered, you can fly inside the muzzle. So, yeah. With that, that's kind of everything that I have done in the past day or so on the exterior of the ship and figuring out numbers for the mechanical hard bits inside. Like I said, I need to increase the hydrogen storage on this. And if anybody knows of good mods that add additional hydrogen storage tanks, not just your normal tank, but holding like 10 times as much, but something like this huge CodeCat tank that holds hydrogen, something like that. I would greatly like having that pointed out to me. So, I hope you've enjoyed this brief look at the Project 4 ship so far, and I will see you next time. Until then, bye-bye. So, how has things been treating you, Fuzz?